Hello, welcome back to Odooistic. Today we are diving into something really exciting, OWL 2 development in Odoo 18. Whether you're a developer looking to enhance the user experience or just curious about customizing the Odoo backend, you are in the right place. In this video, we will build a custom OWL 2 widget that displays recent project tasks directly in the sys tray, just like notifications. It's dynamic, elegant, and fully integrated with Odoo 18's modern backend UI. By the end of this video, you will learn how to build a sys-tray widget using OWL2, how to fetch and display real-time project tasks, how to use RPC controllers to connect your front end to backend, and finally, how to polish the UX with Bootstrap drop-down styling. All this packed into lightweight, reusable Odoo module. So let's jump into Odoo Studio. Well, not the low-code one, but the real one. Let's start building the OWL task notification widget. So let's begin by exploring the module structure. I have created a custom module structure called OWL notification widget. But before that, let me just show you. As you can see on my screen, I'm using Odoo Enterprise Edition, and if I go in settings, you can see this is Odoo Enterprise Edition. But in this video, it doesn't matter for the guys who are using Enterprise Edition or Community Edition, that will remain the same. So for customization, this is my custom folder in Visual Studio Code, and we will design a new folder here which will be called OWL notification widget. So let me just show you the structure for that module first. So let's create a new folder here, and we say OWL notification widget. Right, so in here, let's first create two files, init__.py, and the second file will be manifest. Right, so these two very important files first, and then we are going to create a folder controllers. We are creating another folder which will be static. In static, we are also going to create a new folder which will be description, and in static, new folder which is called src source. In source, I will create a new folder JS. So this is for static. And let me just create in source a new folder XML. Right. So what we have done, we have created two base files in our module, which is called OWL_notification_widget. In that init file, then manifest file. Then we have created a new folder controllers. Then we have created a new folder called static. In static, I have got description folder and source folder. And in source folder, I have created two more folders, which is one JS folder and XML folders. So first, let me just copy and paste my manifest file. So in manifest file, let me paste it here. So here's what each part of the manifest does. Name, version, author, standard metadata for our module. So in our case, name is OWL task notification widget. This is the version which you can change it. Let me just make it a little bit better. Right, so yeah, it looks better. We depend on base, web for OWL support, and project because we are dealing with project tasks. That's why these main modules we will be depending on. Then we have got in assets. So this is where we define the JS and XML files to include the backend asset bundle. So here, as you can see, this is our module name, and in that we have got static, which we have created already. Then we have created source as well, and in source JS and XML. So let's also create these files as well. So this file will be in JS, and the another one will be in XML. Right. And other than that, this is the author. You can just write your name if you're designing any module. Category tools, you can just write any other category if you want. So when we will install the module, or when the module will be installed, in module info, you can see the category, or that will be very helpful once we will just go for searching modules. So we can also search by category. So you already know assets. This is where we define the JS and XML files to include in the backend asset bundle. So we do it like this: web.assets underscore backend. And then installable means that we will install this app. And application is false. No, yeah, because that will add functionality to already existing applications, not will add a new application. So as you already know, we have already created this JS file, task underscore notification underscore widget.js file. So let me just copy and paste the code inside this file, and then I explain it to you what I have done. So first of all, if we talk about this line number 1, so this directive tells Odoo that this is a JavaScript module compatible with the OWL2 framework introduced in Odoo 16 plus. So after Odoo 16 versions. Then we are talking about these 3 lines: import component use state on mounted, on will mount from Odoo/owl, and then import RPC, then import registry. So component base class to define an owl UI component. Use state reactively tracks UI state here. So we use it to store tasks, use state. Then on mounted or on will unmount, lifecycle hooks that trigger when the component is added to or removed from the DOM. RPC used to make remote procedure calls to the Odoo backend. And registry allows registration of the widget inside the sys tray. So this is what is happening. Then after that, export from here this bit to this state. So here this .state .tasks will hold the list of the tasks fetched from the server. So this is what these 3 lines are doing. And then this .openTask is equal this .openTask.bind this, and then on mounted, and from here till here. So openTask.bind this. It basically ensures this points to the component when the method is used in a click handler. On mounted, called once the component is rendered. It fetches tasks and set up a timer. On will unmount stops the timer when the widget is removed from the DOM. Good practice to prevent memory leaks. And then the next bit from here till here, it basically uses Odoo RPC to call the custom backend route /task underscore notification /tasks here, and updates the state.tasks variable, which OWL uses to re-render the UI automatically. Then this bit is basically when a user clicks on a task, this method is triggered. It opens the task in form view in the current window using do action. And not last least, registering the component. So associates the OWL component with the template defined in the XML file, which we are going to do now. And this bit registers the component in the sys_tray category, so it appears as an icon in the Odoo top bar. So in simple words, this file creates a custom sys_tray widget using owl2, periodically fetches the 5 latest tasks, displays them in a dropdown, lets the user click and open the task from the top bar. Okay, so now we need to create a XML file. File we have already created, and so here is the code in that file. Don't worry, I'm just going to explain it to you. So first, for these ones, this marks the file as an Odoo XML QWeb template file, and Odoo is the root element for all Odoo data templates. Then the template definition. Here, this is a T name. Attributes gives the template a unique name. Owl notification widget dot task notification widget, which is referenced in the JS file. And then after that, button drop down trigger. So this is here. You can see this is dynamically populated from this.state.tasks in the JS file. The button uses bootstrap classes. btn-sm makes it small. btn-secondary gives it a gray color. And drop-down-toggle enables drop-down behavior via bootstrap. So then drop-down menu list. So UI class drop-down menu P-2. Basically, this is the actual drop-down content. P-2 adds padding for spacing. Inside the list, we conditionally render tasks. And then if you look at here, if state.tasks.length, and then up till here, if tasks exist, loop over them with T for each. T as task defines each loop item. T-key is equal task.id. So this is required for rendering if efficiently in OWL. Each task is rendered as a li with a clickable link. When clicked, the open task.id function is called via OWL event binding. And the T on click.prevent basically ensures the default A behavior is prevented. And OWL calls the open task function with the task.id. And if there are no tasks, this fallback message appears. If you can see it here, TLs. So no tasks. A text-muted gives it a gray outlook. So this template displays a sys_tray drop-down button with a dynamic task count, shows the most recent tasks as a clickable list, handles the logic to show either task items or a no task message, works seamlessly with the OWL component via reactive state and event binding. Right. So now we need to create a controller file, and for that we are just going to create a new file here named as main.py, and in here we also need to create a new file, init file as well. And in this file we also need to give reference, main, and in our init file, controllers. Cool. So this is our controller file, and purpose of this file, the controller acts as the backend logic to serve data to our OWL widget on the front end, the task drop down in the top bar. It exposes a custom route slash task underscore notification slash tasks that runs Python logic to query tasks from the database, returns the result as a JSON response, is not intended to be opened in the browser directly. It's meant to be called via RPC from JavaScript. So first, these two lines from Odoo import HTTP from Odoo.http import request imports the Odoo HTTP controller tools to define routes and access the environment. Then the next line, class task notification controller http.controller declares a controller class. We can define multiple routes inside this. And then these two lines, 7 and 8, creates a new route accessible at slash task underscore notification slash tasks. Type is JSON. This is meant for AJAX slash RPC calls, not for direct browser use. And auth is equal to user. The user must be logged in to access the route. Then this one fetches the last 5 project tasks from the project.task model, sorted by most recent create underscore date DESC. And then the last but not least, it actually converts a list of project.task records into plain Python dictionaries, returns it as a JSON array to the front end. So again, the purpose of this file provide recent task data via JSON API to the front end widget. It's used by our owl widget in the top right systray. Okay, so guys, we have done pretty much everything except we just need to add a module icon picture, which I'm doing it now. Just give me 1 minute, please. Right, so we are going to save this picture in description. This icon.pictures owl notification widget. This is a cool picture. All right. So after that, what we need to do, we just need to restart our Odoo service, Visual Studio. And here what we can do before that, let me just copy owl task notification widget, copy, and here we need to paste it, and I already have installed it. And what I do, let me just uninstall it first. When I will uninstall it, you will see this task 5 that will disable from my screen. So yes, you can see there is nothing here at the moment. So you need to notice, once I will install this module, you will need to see that we will get something here. So we will just paste it here, owl task notification widget. And before that, you just need to click on update apps list. So once you will do that, it will recognize the module there. So after that, just press enter and you will see there owl task notification widget. Press activate, and once you will do that, it will install, and you will see one beautiful clickable button here which is called tasks. That is amazing. So let me just show you one more thing. If you go in the project and if you go in the tasks, my tasks, so you will see all these are my tasks, but it will just show the last 5 ones. So if you'll see daily stand-up meetings 10 minutes, share research findings, participate in a design review documents, and once I click here, I will also get that task opened up. So this is it. This is really cool. See all. So last 5 actually tasks, I will just get it here. See, So you can also upgrade this according to your requirements. But this is really, really cool, amazing uh, widget. You can improve it according to your needs. And that's it for today's tutorial, folks. We have successfully built a dynamic OWL2 sys-tray widget in Odoo 18 that displays live project task notifications, fetched via a custom backend controller. I hope this walkthrough gave you valuable insights into real-world OWL development, integrating front-end components with backend controllers using JSON RPC. If you found this video helpful, don't forget a like, share, and subscribe to Odooistic for more hands-on Odoo development tutorials. Drop your questions or feedback in the comments below, and I'll read every one of them. Here on Odooistic, we are all about real-world Odoo customizations, practical problem solving, and helping you level up your development skills. Whether it's OWL, Python, QWeb reports, APIs, or anything in between. If you're working on a complex project or need help building something custom for your business, feel free to get in touch. I'm always happy to collaborate or guide. Our team is always there for you, and we will talk about your requirements. Also, if you found value in this content and would like to support the continued creation of these advanced tutorials, you can now contribute through PayPal. It helps me keep producing quality, no fluff Odoo content to help more developers and businesses grow. The link is in the description, but of course, no pressure. Your views, likes, and feedback already mean a lot. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Farooq Rajput from Odooistic, wishing you productive code.